Let me paint you a picture. They didn't just want you gone, they wanted you erased. So they handed your name to the darkest soul they could find, thinking they had all the pieces to end you. They didn't just hire a killer, they hired a shadow. The kind that doesn't miss, but they missed something crucial. The knife they gave him cuts deeper than the sword, and that knife was never in his hand. It was in yours. You see, they thought they were playing chess, thinking 3 moves ahead. But you were playing a game they couldn't even comprehend. They believed they were sending a storm to destroy you, but the joke's on them. Because you are the storm. When the worst came looking for you, he didn't see fear. No. What he saw shook him to his core. He saw scars, not as weaknesses, but as battle-tested armor. He saw the fire in your eyes, not as a flicker of survival, but as a wildfire that devours everything in its path. He thought he was hunting prey. Instead, he found a beast, a force too raw, too untamed, too dangerous to be caged. They believed their plans, their calculated moves, would break you. But they never understood what they were dealing with. They weren't just dealing with a person. They were dealing with chaos incarnate, a force that doesn't bend, doesn't break, and most certainly doesn't follow the rules. And that's the irony of it all. They sent someone they thought was untouchable, someone ruthless enough to end you. But when he looked into your eyes, he didn't see a victim. He saw a reckoning. He saw someone forged in pain, someone who's taken every betrayal, every heartbreak, every loss and turned it into fuel. They hired the worst to kill you, thinking the sword could end the story, but they didn't realize you've been holding the knife this entire time, a knife forged from every sleepless night, every tear shed in silence, every moment you stood when the world wanted you to fall. Here's the thing about people who live in shadows. They fear the light. And you, my friend, are blinding. You don't just survive, you thrive. You don't just exist, you rise. So let them whisper, let them plot. Let them send every devil they can muster. None of it matters, because the knife cuts deeper than the sword, and you are the one holding an out smile. Not because the pain is over, but because you've learned to dance in the fire. Smile, like the Joker in a world that thought it could break you. Let them wonder. Let them wonder. Let them wonder how you're still standing. Let them fear the moment they realize they never had power over you to begin with. A warrior doesn't wait for the battle. It becomes the battle. And a storm doesn't apologize for its destruction. It revels in it. That's who you are. The embodiment of defiance. The proof that no matter what they throw at you, no matter how many plans they devise, you cannot be broken. They hired the worst, and the worst hesitated. They thought they could break you. They believed they had found the perfect sword to cut through your armor. But they didn't anticipate the hesitation. They didn't expect that their weapon of destruction would look you in the eye and see, not a victim, but a challenge, a reflection of power so raw, so untamed, that it shook the very foundation of their schemes. They thought the sword would end you, but they underestimated the knife of resilience. The knife that cuts deeper, sharper, more precise. The sword versus the knife. The sword, flashy and bold, is predictable. It swings wide, seeking destruction in the open. But the knife is subtle, it's patient, it gets close, and when it strikes, it leaves scars that linger longer than the initial blow. You've been that knife all along. Quiet in your approach, but devastating in your resolve. They sent destruction to your doorstep, but they didn't realize. You don't crumble under pressure, you carve your legacy through it. And now, the Joker laughs. That untouchable chaos inside you? It's laughing now. laughing at the audacity of their attempts to define you. Because here's the truth. The game they're playing, it's one you mastered long ago. They thought they could hire destruction to silence you, but all they've done is awaken the beast. Do you know why they fear you? It's not your strength alone. It's your unpredictability. They fear the way you rise when you're supposed to fall. They fear the way you laugh in the face of pain. They fear the way you don't just survive the fire. You walk out of it, stronger, brighter, more unstoppable than ever. So let them send their swords, their devils, their schemes. Let them believe they can predict your every move. Because every time they do, you'll show them just how wrong they are. You'll show them that chaos can't be contained, that resilience can't be defeated, that you are the storm they will never conquer. Rise. Not because you have to, but because you're built for it. Rise, because the fire inside you demands. It rise because every scar on your body is a reminder that you're still here, still fighting, still unbroken. They can't take that from you, no one can. The knife cuts deeper than the sword, and your spirit, unpredictable, unstoppable, undeniable, a blade they'll never see coming. So laugh. Laugh like the Joker. Not because the world is fair, but because you don't need fairness to win. You don't need their approval to thrive. You don't need their permission to rise. Let them tremble in their shadows, plotting their next move while you stand in the light. Unapologetic, relentless, untouchable. They searched for a weapon strong enough to destroy you, but they never accounted for the strength you already carry, the kind that doesn't falter, doesn't crumble, and never bows to fear. They thought you were prey. They sent a predator into your den, but they failed to see the lion already inside, because when they tried to break you, they didn't just underestimate you. They underestimated your very soul. They only saw the surface, the outer shell, the calm before the storm. But what they didn't see, what they couldn't comprehend, was the fire blazing in your heart, the storm brewing in your mind, the unshakable will that refuses to break. Every attack only made you stronger. Every dagger they've thrown, it's sharpened you. Every setback they've engineered, it's become the foundation of your comeback. You've taken their weapons, their schemes, their so-called worst, and turned them into stepping stones, each one a reminder of your indomitable spirit. You see, they thought this was about survival, but for you, it was never about just surviving. It's about thriving, rising, reclaiming what's yours. They wanted to silence you, but all they've done is amplify your voice. They wanted to break you, but instead, they've made you unbreakable. And here's the thing about people like you. You don't just endure the fire, you become it. You don't just weather the storm, you are the storm. They thought they were hiring a force to destroy you, but all they've done is set the stage for your transformation. And now, as you stand, taller, stronger, more defiant than ever, they realize far too late they never stood a chance, so let them come. Let them send their swords and their shadows, their whispers and their lies. Because you've already proven, nothing they do can touch the core of who you are. Your power isn't just in what you've endured, it's in how you've turned every scar into a badge of honor, every challenge into a victory, every attempt to destroy you into proof of your resilience. This is your story, now, not theirs. Yours, the one where the hero doesn't just survive, but reclaims the narrative, the one where the fire doesn't just burn, but illuminates the path ahead, the one where every twist and turn, every setback and struggle leads not to defeat, but to triumph. And the best part, they'll never see it coming. While they're still trying to figure out how to fight you, you've already moved on to bigger battles, greater heights, a destiny they can't even fathom. So rise, my friend. Rise like the force of nature you are. Let them watch. Let them fear. Let them tremble. Because you are chaos. You are resilience. You are unstoppable. And no matter what they do, no matter how hard they try, they will never, never kill the fire inside you. If this hit you deep, subscribe to my free newsletter for more. Drop a joker in the comments if you feel this. Like, comment, and subscribe. And oh yeah, tell Batman I said hello.